The Tower of God is where wishes can come true if one manages to reach the top. The story starts with a girl named Lahul running, closely followed by Bom, the main character. Bom catches up with Lahul and asks her where she is going. Lahul apologizes and tells him that she has to leave because she wants to climb the tower. Lahul informs Bom that she told him if he climbs this tower, he'll be able to go outside and see a blue sky during the day and a starry sky at night. Living in this dark world, she can't stand it anymore, and she asks him to forget about her. In that moment, Lahul is enveloped in light and starts disappearing. Bom pleads with her not to go, saying he'll follow her till death. Lahul disappears completely, and the tower gate shuts. Later, we see that Bom somehow managed to enter the tower as well. He awakens in a grand corridor and meets the tower's guardian, Head-On. Head-On seems pleased that Bom has arrived and reassures him that he won't hurt him. Head-On mentions it's been a long time since a person has opened and entered through the door. Bom, upon seeing Head-On, wonders if there's a monster inside the tower. Head-On, the guardian of the lowest floor of the tower, introduced himself and inquired about Bom's reason for entering the tower. Bom explained that he followed a girl there. Urgently, Bom asked Head-On if he had seen a blonde-haired girl pass by. Head-On, rather than giving a direct answer, mocked Bom before revealing that the answers he sought were at the top of the tower. The guardian advised Bom that if he wanted to find the girl and discover the answers he sought, he should head to the top of the tower. Head-On mentioned that the tower held everything from money, glory, and absolute power to abilities and answers akin to magic. He emphasized that all the universe's wisdom, glory, and happiness were placed within the tower. However, he also warned Bom that climbing the tower was a long, dangerous, and challenging journey. In response, Bom expressed that he didn't care about the dangers as long as he could meet the girl. Head-On acknowledged Bom's resolution, stating that it was a firm decision. A question was posed by Head-On about Bom's willingness to undergo the necessary test for climbing the tower and discovering his purpose. Bom, determined to find Lahul and desperate to bring her back, was unwilling to witness her departure. In response, Head-On modified the room, revealing a cage positioned behind Bom. The rules for passing the test were then explained by Head-On. Bom had to enter the sizable cage and shatter a large ball inside while avoiding the attacks of an armored steel eel also residing in the cage. Success would mean passing the test and progressing to the next floor of the tower in his quest. Despite Head-On's warning about the test's extreme difficulty and the option to withdraw, Bom, seemingly indifferent to the dangers of the tower, disregarded Head-On's caution and hurried toward the cage. As Bom approached the entrance to the cage, a sudden impediment emerged in the form of a girl named Yuri, who halted him with a swift kick to the face. Yuri, donned in distinctive armor adorned with the emblem of Zahard, was accompanied by a peculiar floating creature named Evan. They engaged in a conversation, speaking a strange language that left Bom perplexed. Luckily, Evan revealed a small, mystical ball called a pocket, which miraculously translated their dialogue into a language Bom could understand. Yuri and Evan disclosed that Bom was deemed an irregular, a rare occurrence where someone entered the tower independently. Unlike the regular individuals who usually ascended together, Bom's purpose for venturing into the tower was not just a quest for self-discovery, but also driven by his heartfelt determination to locate his friend Lahul, who mysteriously disappeared. During their conversation, Head-On approached the trio. His piercing gaze seemed to delve into the very essence of their beings. Head-On, with an air of authority, discerned Yuri's royal status as a princess of Zahard. Yuri introduced herself with an air of regality, and Head-On, in a cryptic tone, cautioned her about the potential consequences if Zahard, the towering figure and ruler of the entire tower, were to discover her clandestine assistance to Bom. Yuri, considering the formidable nature of the ongoing test, expressed her belief that even individuals on the 20th floor, seasoned climbers, would find it challenging. Head-On, however, emphasized that Bom's irregular status made him an exception to the rules governing the tower. Despite Yuri's initial wariness, she eventually perceived Bom as harmless, a sentiment echoed by Evan, the astute creature by her side. Head-On suggested to Yuri that if she truly wished to assist Bom, she could loan him a special sword known as the Black March, part of a legendary set within the tower. Evan, however, had reservations about this idea, considering that only the princesses were meant to use such swords. Despite Evan's uncertainty, Yuri eventually agreed and handed the Black March to Bom, citing his appealing appearance as the reason. Bom expressed his gratitude, assuring Yuri that he would return the sword. Curious about Yuri's strong support for Bom, Evan questioned her, wondering if she had perhaps fallen for Bom at first sight. In response, Yuri angrily punched Evan's head, dismissing the idea as foolish. Evan then inquired if Yuri believed that Bomb, as an irregular, could bring about change in the tower. Yuri, however, denied having such grand expectations, stating that she simply took a liking to the boy. While this conversation unfolded, Bomb found himself entering the cage. In Bomb's contemplation, Lahul takes on a pivotal role, not only teaching him the intricacies of language but also unveiling the mysteries of the world outside. Her influence extends beyond mere education. She becomes the beacon that introduces him to the warmth of human connection, weaving a purpose into his existence. Born into darkness, the concept of lying beneath a starlit sky is foreign to Bomb, yet Lahul's presence miraculously transforms his obscure world into a breathtaking celestial display. Fast forward to the present, where Bomb, fortified with confidence, readies himself to confront the menacing eel monster. Clenching the sword tightly, he grapples with a fear more profound than death, finding solace in the conviction that facing the eel is his only recourse. As Bomb and the eel engage in a tense stare down, Evan, positioned outside the cage, notes that Bomb's entry was allowed due to his unwavering determination. However, he remains apprehensive, perceiving the test as an uphill battle. Yuri turns to Evan, seeking possible solutions, and he responds with brutal honesty, acknowledging the overwhelming nature of the challenge for Bomb. Fatigued and aware of the stark contrast between Bomb and the formidable steel eel, Yuri echoes Evan's concerns. The glaring discrepancy prompts Yuri to entertain the possibility of a miracle, clinging to hope in the face of adversity. Adding further intricacy to the scene, Yuri laments the challenging environment within the cage, emphasizing the undeniable disparity in abilities between Bomb and the relentless eel. Recognizing the futility of evasion, Yuri concludes that success hinges on Bomb confronting the eel directly, abandoning any notions of slipping past the creature or attempting to pop the ball within the eel's lightning-fast domain. The gravity of the challenge underscores the necessity for Bomb to stand resolute and face the daunting adversary head-on. Evan found himself contemplating the situation. It was clear that Bomb, the unsuspecting boy, was not equipped to confront the eel in combat, a battle he was unlikely to win. Strangely, to the hungry eel, Bomb wasn't perceived as an adversary, but rather as a potential meal, adding a layer of urgency to the challenge. Evan carefully considered the only viable strategy for Bomb to pass the test. If Bomb refrained from aggressive actions, the eel might just swallow him whole without causing harm. In that delicate moment, an opportunity would arise. With the eel momentarily defenseless from within, Bomb needed to skillfully navigate and strike its tongue using the Black March sword, aiming for a precise and vulnerable spot. As Evan pondered, uncertainty lingered about the effectiveness of other weapons in this peculiar encounter. However, with the Black March sword alone, Bomb should be able to inflict not just any damage but enough to stun the steel eel temporarily. Once the eel was writhing in pain, Bomb had to swiftly navigate past it, carefully avoiding any retaliatory movements, and then burst the ball to successfully complete the test. Evan grappled with the dilemma of not being able to guide Bomb through this intricate strategy. Regardless of the challenges ahead, a guide must only reveal the path to those capable of traversing it. Unfortunately, Bomb seemed unable to navigate this path and was likely to face failure unless he could discover a hidden strength or resourcefulness within himself. Inside the confined space of the cage, the steel eel's imposing jaws slowly creak open, poised to consume Bomb. Despite the impending threat, Bomb maintains an unwavering stance. Evan, visibly astonished, wrestles with curiosity, contemplating how Bomb seems to possess an understanding of the test's intricacies. Yuri, overtaken by concern for Bomb's safety, moves to intervene, intending to aid him. However, Evan steps in, signaling that Bomb's apparent stillness holds the key to success. As the steel eel's mouth closes, a moment of suspense ensues. Suddenly, Bomb emerges from within, leaving the steel eel's mouth visibly damaged. With determination, Bomb rushes towards the strategically positioned ball. Armed with the Black March sword, he strikes at the ball repeatedly, yet it refuses to yield. Perplexed by the ball's unexpected resilience, Yuri turns to head-on, seeking answers. She questions why the ball remains intact, even after being pierced by the formidable Black March. Yuri confesses her unfamiliarity with such an anomaly. Head-on, wearing a sly grin, cunningly remarks that the ball appears to be exceptionally well crafted, adding a layer of mystery to the unfolding test. Bomb, determined and unwavering, relentlessly attempted to break the impenetrable black sphere, his hopes pinned on the possibility of a miraculous breakthrough. Yet, as he persisted, the eel returned with renewed aggression, striking at him with ferocity. In a moment of urgency, Evan's voice rang out, advising Bomb to turn to the Black March for aid. Yuri, observing the situation with a discerning eye, interjected, her tone tinged with skepticism, expressing doubt that the sword would heed Bomb's call. Undeterred, Bomb, with a mixture of determination and desperation, reached out to the sword, beseeching it for assistance. Surprisingly, the blade responded, its ethereal glow casting an otherworldly light upon the scene. As the sword's spirit connected with Bomb's earnest plea, a silent agreement formed between them, fueled in part by Bomb's unwitting charm. Empowered by the Black March's ancient strength, Bomb unleashed a formidable assault, overcoming the relentless eel and shattering the once unyielding sphere, clearing the path to the next floor. Meanwhile, Yuri, eager to continue her journey alongside Bomb, moved to follow him, only to find herself halted by the enigmatic Head-On. With a swift and decisive motion, Head-On intervened, dispatching the lurking eel with a practiced strike from his staff. As Bomb ascended to the second floor, the atmosphere transformed into a battleground bustling with around 400 individuals. This floor, unlike the previous one that was shrouded in darkness and creepiness, offered a more vibrant setting. Despite Bomb's amazement, the respite was short-lived. A commanding voice echoed from a floating black cube, known as a lighthouse, announcing the commencement of a fierce test. The goal was clear. Only 200 survivors would be allowed to progress. In the midst of the test, Bomb skillfully wielded his sword, fending off attacks from fellow participants eager to eliminate him. However, the stakes heightened as he faced a colossal, multiple-eyed creature, posing a significant threat. Into this chaotic scenario, two new figures emerged, K-Agro and Rak Wraithrazor. Rak, driven by a predatory instinct, eyed Bomb as his next target, while K-Agro, intrigued by the enigmatic Black March sword, observed the unfolding events. Tensions escalated as Rak, with determination in his gaze, aimed his lance directly at Bomb's head. Meanwhile, K-Agro pondered the unexpected presence of a talking alligator like Rak, questioning its value in the unfolding situation. Amidst the brewing conflict, Bomb recognized a chance to evade immediate danger and cautiously distanced himself. Seizing the opportunity for a moment of reprieve, Kun, one of the newcomers, playfully teased Rak by suggesting he might be Bomb's peculiar pet. Bomb swiftly corrected the notion, emphasizing that Rak wasn't a pet but rather a threat actively trying to eliminate him. The intricate dynamics of the unfolding events painted a vivid picture of the challenges and alliances forming on this enigmatic second floor. Rak stomped his feet and declared that he wanted everyone to call him Rak Wraithrazor. However, Kun thought Rak was just another person looking for a fight. Instead of confronting Rak, Kun decided to leave. As he was about to go, he noticed something peculiar on Bomb's sword. It bore the same mark as the 13-month series swords. Intrigued by this discovery, Kun made Rak fall and quickly retreated with Bomb. Rak, now calling them turtles, got up and started searching for them. Meanwhile, Kun and Bomb hid behind a person with multiple eyes. Kun introduced himself, shook Bomb's hand, and inquired about the origin of the Black March. Bomb explained that Yuri lent it to him to reunite with someone. Fascinated, Kun invited Bomb to go with him. Bomb agreed because Kun was the only person on the floor who hadn't tried to challenge him. While Rak continued his search, a battle unfolded between a green reptile girl named Anok, wielding the green April whip, and a guy named Hats with two katanas. Both the green April and the Black March shared a red mark, signifying their connection to the 13-month series. Amid the fight, Bomb and Kun counted the remaining participants, numbering 268. They focused on hiding and waiting, with Kun asking Bomb if he had ever defeated anyone. Bomb, unable to recall his past except for what Lahul taught him, explained that Lahul wasn't his girlfriend but someone he felt connected to, making him determined to climb the tower and find her. Kun then suggested an alliance, and they shook hands. Bomb liked the idea of having someone on his side. The battle between Anok and Hats ended in a tie due to their strength. They were soon joined by a guy named Shibisu, and together they decided to team up. Kun, revealing something crucial, advised Bomb not to be bound by the tower's rules but to create his own. Kun also expressed belief in Bomb, especially if a princess like Yuri was interested in him. Unexpectedly, Rak reappeared, attempting to attack them. However, their time ran out, and the 200 participants for the next phase had already been selected.